Governor's Island, Harbour. This is BlueBrixx set 105181. This LEGO compatible building block set was released in January 2023 for about 95 euros. It contains 1647 pieces. It is already the third expansion set for BlueBrixx pirate-themed Governor's Island. Like all the other Governor's Island sets, this is a modular set. So that means you can use the set as a standalone, like shown on the sticker here. So you got your own little island with a harbor on it. Or you can use it to enlarge your island, which you have already built with all the other Governor Island sets. This set is modular like the other Governor Island sets, so that means you can place the harbor on any side of the island or in between the individual modules of this island. This is a BlueBrixx special set, so unlike the Pro sets, this set doesn't come in a box with fancy box art. There are no printed building instructions. You have to download them as a PDF file from the BlueBrixx servers. Also, the bricks aren't pre-sorted. They don't come in numbered bags. So my advice is to open all the bags in the beginning before you start your build and simply sort all the bricks by type. Of course, with over 1600 pieces, this takes quite a while, but I think it's worth the time. It's time spent well, because later on, when you have to look for or search for an individual brick at every building step, that's just so unnerving and it costs so much time that I think it's way better to spend the time before you start building up the set. Well, then that's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to empty this box, sort all the bricks, and then I will start the building process. While sorting the bricks, I stumbled upon this 1x1 round brick with 3 leaves on it. It should look like the other ones, but this one is broken. Here is the leaf which simply fell off. I found it in one of the bags. That sucks. Step 4. I think now's a good time to talk about the bricks used in the set. Like it's the case with most BlueBrixx sets, the bricks used in this set also aren't the most beautiful bricks to look at. You can see here there are huge injection holes. It's quite ugly. But there are also some bricks with tiny injection points, like these 2x2 plates. This is almost Lego quality, I would say. There aren't any problems with interlocking those bricks, so it's just an optical problem, but I think it's quite ugly when you got these huge craters in your bricks. But at least the bricks work, so we can build our island without any problem. At least I hope so. But there's one thing I'd like to show you. These plates here, they are bent. Some not so much, but others are quite heavily bent. I hope this won't become a problem. Step 30. In this step I have to place 2 of those panels. I have already placed the first one, and now I have to place the second one, but I don't know which way. This way or this way. It isn't shown clearly in the building instructions. I only can guess that I have to place it this way, so that from the inside this hollow side can't be seen. But it's only a guess. I can't be sure. Step 35. Here I got the answer to my problem with the panel. As you can see, I placed it the wrong way. I have to place it the other way around, like this, so that this carved out side is visible, just like in the building instructions. Step 65. Now I have to build a secret cave, and I have to decide on which side of my island I want to place this cave. Place 1 or place 2. The secret cave will look like where is it? Yeah, it will look like this later on. And, well, I actually don't know where to place it yet. If I want to have my cave over here with the entrance from here or over here. But I think I will be able to relocate all the stuff later on if I don't want to have them on one space and prefer them to have all the stuff on the other space. It's a lot of stuff to pick up, but I think I am able to replace it later on without changing the structure of the island itself. So it doesn't matter that much. Well, I think for now I'm going to place everything in space 1. And, well, I think when I connect the whole island with the other modular sets of the Governor's Island, then I will see if this was the right decision or I have to relocate everything. But for now, I will choose position 1. Step 115. I think it's quite cool that BlueBrixx put some effort into the building instructions to help you distinguish between different colors. So we got all these bricks here, and every brick is marked with a DB, so you see that all those bricks are in dark brown. But to be honest, it wouldn't be necessary, at least not in this step, because there are no of these bricks in another color, at least not in the set. This set only got these bricks in dark brown, not in reddish brown or something else. Step 118. I always think that the flat silver tiles BlueBrixx uses look somehow strange. They include these marks on their surface And I don't know why I think it's strange. It's just doesn't look right. I don't know. Step 157. In this step, this chain appears. And it isn't like with Lego that the chain is pre-assembled. We have to assemble it on our own, and it's very annoying. I am loath to do it because uh, all these individual chain links are very fragile. You have to clip them into each other, and while doing that, these little arms over here start to bend a bit, and you always can see stress marks on these links later on. There are white marks when I'm finished with the chain, and the whole process just isn't a nice thing to do. Step 159. It's nothing new. It has been used in the other Governor's Island sets too. But I still love the construction technique used for tables. Tables are built with these telescopes. The legs are the telescopes here, and I think that's quite a cool idea. It just looks very neat. I love it. Step 189. In this step I need a Technic axle, but I'm not sure which one. You see, we got two Technic axles with different length, and well, I think I need a shorter one because I'm going to build the roof, and it would make sense that the roof will be put above this under roof construction. I have no idea how it is called. And this axle get the length of this construction. This would be too long. So I guess I have to use this one. Step 211. In this step we have to place this ramp. I got it over here. And I have to place it here. And the thing is, it looks like it's only laying here. There is no further brick which holds it down or something. It's not interlocked. It's just pressed between those two walls which are made of slopes, and well, the rest is the job of the gravity. I guess I won't turn the whole thing on its head, so there isn't any risk of it falling out, but it's somehow unusual to not interlock a part of the build. Step 236. At the moment we are building this cage over here, and there are two skeletalized legs from some poor pirate inside it, or whatever. And the thing is that this cage consists of two parts we have to combine over here. So first we get the lower part of the cage, and then we got the upper part of the cage. And now we have to marry those two parts. So over here you see the lower part, and it is used the same strange construction technique I have used at the Mont Saint Michel set, where we had to build this Gothic cathedral on top of the whole island. And there they used more or less the same technique like here. And here we got now the top of the cage. And I'm not sure if it is very easy to combine these two parts. You see, there are a lot of these bars we have to interlock with those, yeah, I don't know how to call them, these hollow studs. And, well, I'm not sure if I will be able to do this without any problem. Well, I'll put the camera aside now, and then I will come back when I have accomplished it. Or not, we will see. Well, the whole process was a bit annoying, but actually I only needed maybe about a minute or so to combine these two parts. It wasn't that difficult. You had to push constantly on the upper part, and then you had to adjust every single of those bars. And yeah, when the last bar was adjusted, everything plopped in right as it should. Step 335. In this step I have to place a Technic pin, and the building instructions clearly showed as a Technic pin without friction. But I have only 2 Technic pins with friction left. Well, there have been 2 Technic pins with friction which were mentioned in the building instructions, but they weren't gray, they were black, and I needed both to build those 2 palm trees. And according to the building instructions, or better said, according to the inventory list, at the end of the building instructions, there aren't gray Technic pins with friction. There are only Technic pins without friction, as shown here. 10 Technic pins without friction. No Technic pins with friction. Well, it doesn't matter if I use a Technic pin with or without friction, because it's only used to attach this module to the rest of the island, like this module, and you only move the whole thing in this direction, so there is no torsion or whatever. But it's just strange that there are used other Technic pins than shown in the building instructions. Step 340. I can't avoid it any longer. Now I had to place the broken plant. Well, that's sad. I'm going to inform BlueBrixx, and hopefully they will send me a replacement part. Step 343. The build is complete. And wow, it's huge. It's way larger than I expected it to be. It's almost as big as the other island. I think it's bigger than the tavern itself, and that's amazing. This should be the base on which you start your whole Governor's Island, not a tavern. It's really cool set. Now let's have a look at it, what we can find over here. I really like that there are so many details. There's a lot of detail. My favorite construction technique used in this set was used for the ropes. We got this rope over here, and here is a rope, It looks so cool. I have never seen this kind of technique before. That's great. Well, now I learned how to build a rope with bricks. That's nice. And of course, the birds. Here, this one, and over there, the other one. I think they are supposed to be seagulls. They are just cute. I love them. Maybe they are a bit huge, way too big for uh, compared to a real bird. I mean, this is a cage in which a dead pirate can sit, or now he's dead. I guess he used to be alive at one point, and the bird is almost as big as the cage. So a minifigure. I got somewhere a minifigure, then we can compare. Where is it? Yeah, here's a minifigure. Imagine you find a seagull which is as high as your hip. That's a bit strange, but well, it looks funny. That's okay. What else do we have? Yeah, I think it's a bit interesting that here at this pier there's everywhere treasure stuff laying around. All these gold coins here. I don't know why. What's wrong with the governor? I can see that pirates drop everywhere their gold coins when they come home from a raid, but this is the governor. There should be some kind of order. What's wrong with this guy? Why he dropped his stuff everywhere? Well, at least his soldiers don't seem to steal it. Also, it's a bit curious that this chest opens up from here. I would have placed it the other way around so you can open it from the pier and not from the water side. But that's not really a complaint. It's just a funny observation. The cannons are real cannons. So, bam! You can place one of the cannonballs back here, those round 1x1 bricks inside the cannon. Pull this thing over here back and release it, and the cannon would fly away. I really love the palm trees. They have been used in all the other governors and pirate sets too, but it's just so cool how they are built. I mean, we got coconuts. How cool is that? I absolutely love it. Well, then let's have a look at the building. We got several floors, and I think we should start at the top. So, oh, by the way, I like the construction of this roof. It's it's a cool idea how to make it that way. Okay, yeah, over here is a bit of a dead space. It isn't really used. There is no trapdoor or ladder going up there, so yeah, that's dead space, but okay. I don't mind. Now we can remove the roof and have a look inside. I think it's the office of the harbor master. So you land with your ship over here, then you enter the building, go through it, and on this side you go up. Oh no, not on that side. On that side you go up this ladder, and yeah, then you can enter the office of the harbor master and say, I'm Mr. Smith or whatever, I'm here, and pay him. Here we got a piece of paper and let me take the light over here. And yeah, there's also a quill, as you can see. And I'm not quite sure what it's in the back over here. In this shelf. Are those scrolls? I don't know. But, well, it's quite cool. He also got his little desk with a chair. Yeah, that's quite neat. And of course, we got weapons up here. Well, then let's detach it. And now we can have a look inside the ground floor. As you can see here, we got this gate, which we can close, this giant door. Another door on the back. And it's also worth to mention that we can detach whole parts from the side. So it's way easier when you use the set not as a display set but as a play set. So you can walk around with your minifigures, blah 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 blah. Oops. Oh, come on. And enter the building without detaching the upper floor. Also, this wall here can be removed. Yeah, that's quite neat. I also want to show you that you can, when you when you have closed the door, you can use this how would you call it? This wooden beam to really keep the door closed. So when the pirates attack, you just take the beam. It was attached from over here. It was like this. You close the door, take the beam from the wall, then you open this hinge over here, and now you can see that there are two cavities in the wall, here on the right side and one on the left side. Let me just put on the light on the camera. Yeah, that's a bit easier. And then you can place the beam inside those cavities and then put the hinge in this direction again, and now the door really is closed. And it's very hard to enter. Let's see what happens if I use much force. Will it break? I don't know. Whoa. It really holds well. I don't want to use too much force to break it. But you see, the pirates have to stay out. That's quite cool. Well, what else? Yeah, I think I will just take the camera aside for a moment so I can detach all the other modules, and then I will come back to you, because yeah, it's way too difficult to do it with just one hand. Oh, you see, it should work. Oh yeah. Down here we got our little treasure cave. Inside this chest there's also some gold, if I remember correctly, and rubies. Yeah. And well, And we should also be able to remove the other parts. But you see, it's a bit difficult to do it with just one hand. Yeah, I will turn off the camera for a minute and then I will come back to you. So, I have detached all the modules. As you can see, it's only the pier which is still attached. We can't remove this. So this side is the only one on which we are restricted a bit later on when we want to attach the whole thing to the other Governor's Island sets. So we won't be able to put a module on this side, but we can put modules on every other side as we like. And now we also can have a look at the other side where we also had the possibility to place the treasure cave. As you can see here, this is a way bigger cave. It's quite huge. And if we want, we will be able to connect it with the cave which is underneath the tavern from the other set, or even make it part of the cellar of that set. Well, then now I'm going to detach the modules of the other sets too. So I will detach all the modules which are around the tavern, and then I will try to make one huge island of all those Governor Island sets. Alright, here in front of us we see 4,125 pieces. Wow, I think that's the hugest combination of construction blocks I have built so far. That's just amazing. I really need a bigger table soon. Wow. And I mean, the BlueBrixx guy said this isn't the end of this line of Governor Island sets. There will be more expansion packs, at least I guess so, and then this really will get huge. Wow. But now we got 4,125 pieces, and these are all sets available right now at the moment of recording this video in January 2023. All in all, this did cost 245 pieces, euros, 245 euros. This isn't cheap, and the bricks aren't really that cool because of all these ugly injection holes, but I think for that large amount of bricks, this price is totally okay. The bricks all work, they are just a bit ugly, but they interlock without any problems, so I think the price is okay. No, actually, it's a really good price for that many bricks. And it just looks great, doesn't it? If I was a kid, I would have very much fun playing with it. We just need some Lego minifigures, which we can put in this BlueBrixx set. Well, as you can see, I had to build a second island because I wasn't able to connect the tower with the rest of the island because I was missing some of these small straight parts. I only had these quarter round parts left, and so I wasn't able to also make one big island to connect this one to the bigger part. I guess when I buy a second watchtower, guard tower, or a second pergola set, then I would be able to also connect the tower with it, because then I would have more of those little yeah, straight parts, not round ones. Uh, but the other thing is that then I would have a second pergola or a second tower. I don't know if this would look cool. Well, actually, I think I could use the second tower for the second island, but ah, I will see if BlueBrixx will release some other expansions, and so then maybe one day I can connect this tower to the rest of the island. We will see. But for now, I really love what I see. BlueBrixx designer Marco really has developed a cool pirate world. And I mean, this isn't the only thing. We also got the Pirates Island, which is not that huge, but still quite a big island. But I think this one looks cooler and it is way better to play with it because it's more stable. The Pirates Island is a bit more fragile. It's more of a display set. But this one is cool for a display set, but I think kids will also have fun with it. I really love this thing. It's amazing.